Hi YouTube, I'm kind of doing a follow-up. It's not really a follow-up, but it's a different thing I'm talking about the same article. If you watched my last video, I talked about this piece of trash. We're going to talk about why that is crap. You know, what it can do. And some good to it. We'll start with one good thing. It will get people fired up and outraged at individuals. But let's start where it's crap, okay? Stuff like that breeds violence. Stuff like that breeds hate. It demonizes. It makes us into monsters. And we're not. You know? We need to do something about that. We need to. We need to just. Sorry, I'm really upset. I found out about this at work. This article. And for those of you who haven't watched my last video, I'll show you the article. And then try to show you the fine print. If you can't read, don't worry. It's just a bunch of fucking transphobic crap. Pardon my language. I'm upset. Here's why. You have a group that is an extreme minority that is less than, you know, less than a percent in the world. And yet, you know, we face violence every day. We face hate every day. We have to justify our existence every day. Pure and simple. We have to admit who we are to the world. We just can't live. And I'm sorry, this garbage, you know, when I was in high school, I wasn't some man trying to get into a girl's pants, you know. No, quite the opposite. I wasn't someone trying to get in guys' pants either. I was actually interested in sexual activity while I was in high school. I was more worried about people finding out who I was. I was afraid of the hate. I was afraid of the violence. And we keep on taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. And I was like, oh, we're improving everything. Then this comes up. Stuff like this. Stuff that breeds fear. Stuff that breeds hate. Propaganda. They hide behind religion. That's what makes things worse, is they're hiding behind religion. Now, I'm not a God-fearing Christian. You know, I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm familiar with the Bible. I'm quite familiar with the Bible. And here's the thing. You can take the Bible one of 2 ways. You can take the Bible as a message of love, or you can take the Bible as a message of hate. This group is taking it as a message of hate. We need to kill that Bible. You know? We need to start taking the message of love and going around to individuals and letting them know about love. And you Christians out there who want people to be joining your church, teach them about the lessons of the Christ, the lessons of love that Christ taught. Don't teach them about the messages of hate that the individual taught. Because, you know, in the end, you're supposed to love everyone. You're supposed to love your neighbor, and you guys aren't. You know, this, whatever organization ran this ad. CPLA, the Child Protection League Action, which is a Christian group, Christian-ran group. It's like, you're going to run this, say you're Christian, and yet you're hating someone because we're different. We're in pain. At this point in my life, I was lucky to survive, okay? I was lucky not to have killed myself. The only reason I'm saying I was lucky is because I tried. I failed. I failed. I hurt myself a lot when I was in high school. All because I felt like a freak. All because I felt like I was different. Because I felt there was just no place in the world for me. And the thing is, I grew up with this scum, diggery, whatever, in my life. Not from my parents, no. From my state, from the TV. That only criminals and sickos change gender. That, you know, I grew up that if you weren't straight, you're dirty. If you're bi, you're a whore. You know? It messed me up. It really did. Society did a number on me. And I look at this article, this ad. You know, I look at this ad. I'm going to save this ad. I'm going to scrapbook this thing. I look at this ad. It reminds me of where I've come from. How the world looked at me 20 years ago. And going to high school. Actually, we'll say 15 years ago, 14 or 16 years ago. You know, I look at this. This is 16 years ago where I was. And how I had to survive. And I remember what it was like to be in high school and having to survive this crap. They ran this in publication, a public newspaper, and you know, because this is just the Star Tribune. This is the local Minneapolis newspaper. This isn't some Christian ad. This isn't some activist ad. This is literally the newspaper. What's a kid going to think when they see this? They're flipping through. You know, this is the back. This is the back of the sports corner. What's a kid going to say or do when he or she or they hear, however you want, whatever neutral pronoun you prefer, if you again for neutral, what are they going to say when they see this? How are they going to feel? And these people, these Child Protection League actions, they don't take that into consideration. These are human beings. You know, they're human beings that get hurt a lot. So I'm going to put a petition below to tell your outrage for this drivel. Please sign it. Please go to the board meeting, which is, I didn't put this in my last video, I'm sorry, which is Thursday or Wednesday at the league headquarters, 2100 Freeway Boulevard in Brooklyn Center. I'm even going to post below the actual policy, like a link to the actual policy, so please check that out. Thank you.